Good morning, students. Let's start our today's topic. Today, we will learn importance of self-management and building self-confidence. Self-management. Self-management is managing yourself to achieve the predetermined tasks or goals that you have set for yourself by regulating your actions, organizing your time, and being accountable for your decisions. Appropriate self management can help students perform better in school, can reduce uh, delinquent behaviors, and can help individuals performing better on the job. Who manages things in your house, student? Your mother. She takes care of everything, right from cooking, washing clothes, your studies, buying stuff for everyone and the house. How you ever wondered how she manages to do so many tasks? She does this by setting a goal, the family's well being. Then she identifies the tasks to be completed to achieve that goal. She plans and delegates the responsibilities and ensure to finish the task in time. She recognizing the resources she has, such as time, money, help, etc., to complete those tasks and allocate her resources according to the family's priorities. Now, since nobody is directing her to do all of this, she is setting and achieving goals by herself. She is self managing. Self management is a great skill to be developed for life and work. Let us learn how to develop life management skills. Self management skills: initiative, organizing, accountability. Initiative. Initiative means doing the right thing without being told to do. Initiative requires one to believe in one's own capabilities and be realistic to work even when faced with obstructions and disappointment. For example, as a student, you can identify area of improvement in your school environment, such as apathy and disrespect for teachers, bullying, discipline, cleanliness, etc., and take to your teachers and the principal about it. You can volunteer to address the issues in the school assembly, educate fellow students and staff, and inspire others to join you to resolve the issues. Organization skill is the ability to use your time, energy, and resources effectively to achieve the goals you have set for yourself. Being organized saves your time and energy, helps you to complete tasks efficiently, and we can complete the task on time. To develop organizational skills, we need to follow the mentioned steps, like identify and define specific goals. To achieve a goal, it is important to clearly define your goal. Break down goals into smaller tasks. To achieve bigger goals, it is essential to break them into smaller, actionable tasks. Okay, like specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound. Specific, a well defined task helps you to focus your efforts. For example, instead of saying, I will cover my syllabus in time, a more specific task would be, I will complete subject A by tomorrow. Means we should mention the time with it. Measurable. A goal without a measurable outcome is like a sports competitions without a scoreboard. Make your progress measurable. For example, rather than saying, I will speed up my learning, a more measurable target would be, I will solve 20 math problems in 2 hours. Achievable. Set targets that are realistic and can be achieved. Setting unattainable targets results in a false sense of failure, loss of motivation, and low self regard. For example, rather than saying, I will learn this whole poem in 1 hour, a more achievable target would be to say, I will read this poem 5 times now. Realistic. Devise a realistic plan. For example, rather than saying, I will devote 8 hours to my studies after school every day, a more realistic goal may be to say, I will study 3 to 4 hours regularly. Time bound. A time bound target informs you whether you are progressing at the right pace or not. For example, rather than saying, I will complete this chapter, a time bound target would be, I will finish this chapter by 8 p.m. Time management. It refers to managing time effectively so that the right time is allocated to the right activity. Okay, means following steps help in managing our time in the best possible way. Planning. An important part of time management is planning. In order to control our workload, it is important to learn to plan each day, week, month, and year. Always be realistic in estimating the time to accomplish the task as it helps you to create effective planning. Estimate time requires for each task. Be realistic in estimating the time required to accomplish the task as it helps you to plan effectively. Priorities and schedule. Prepare your schedule to accommodate the planned tasks and other activities. Write down the important activities that need to be done in a single day against the time that should be allocated to each activity. Learn to say no. Always refer to your schedule and to do lists before committing a new project. One of the reasons we become overloaded is that we have a tendency to say yes when people ask us to do things. Learn to say no if your schedule doesn't allow taking on a new responsibility. Okay, it is one of the golden rules of time management. If you find it hard to say no, think about the negative consequences of always saying yes. Analyze what task you will have to postpone and to fulfill the new request, and how will it affect and bigger goal. Spending the right time on right activity. We should spend the right time on our right activities. Accountability. Accountability is a vital component of self management. Accountability and responsibility are interrelated to each other, but they don't mean the same thing. The main difference between responsibility and accountability is that responsibility can be shared while accountability is personal. Responsibility for a task may be assigned to you by someone else, like a teacher or a parent, but being accountable means being answerable for your actions. It is the mindset where a person is expected to take ownership of his actions and not to blame other people or events for delays, failures, and incompletions. Accountability develops the following characteristics: avoiding procrastinations. Procrastination is defined as the avoidance of doing a task that needs to be accomplished, more difficult to be accomplished. Uh, Procrastination is choosing a different, usually less important and enjoyable task to avoid doing an unpleasant and more difficult task. Okay, now adopting problem solving attitude. A problem solving attitude is a must in every area of life. Despite all the planning, you may face hardship, obstructions, delays, and failure in your life. When such hindrances occurs, it is natural for people to get into a problem-centered mindset. People try to find the source of the problem and blame other people or events for the delay or failure. However, problem-centered mindset doesn't help to achieve anything. On the other hand, a solution-centered attitude helps one to focus on the possible solutions, which not only lifts the spirit but also resolve the problem and help you to move towards success. Managing your own emotion always get in the way of rational interpretation of a solution. They usually prevent us from working towards the best or most constructive solutions. Often people either overexpress their feelings or suppress their feelings to cope with the situations. Okay, we should not do it. Coping with distress, unforeseen and unfortunate events like illness, injury, death in the family, or some other tragic event may happen in your life. It may have a significant impact on your emotional and physical well being. Find a suitable coping mechanism in such circumstances, like surrounded yourself with people who can provide you with the required emotional and practical support. Count your blessings in life, distract yourself with pleasant things, induce yourself in any physical activity, or draw attentions on other experience to pull yourself out from a depressive situations. Means we should control these situations. Positive results of self management means the practice of self management benefits in the following five ways we should do this practice. Make your own organized while planning. Use your schedule, like allotting time slots for your studies, relaxation breaks, and other essential activities. You learn the vital skill of organizing and allocating all your resources. Instills discipline. When you make a schedule and commit yourself to do it in the stipulated time, you reject your unimportant invitations from anyone else, and you should give the concentrations on important tasks. Okay, help in attaining goals. If you make a schedule for exam and follow it in a disciplined way, you will be able to prepare for your exam and attain your set goal. Enhance self confidence. uh, you should enhance your self confidence, commands respect from others. When people around you, your family, teachers, classmates, and friends, watch you performing to achieve good results without any push or supervision, they start respecting you. So always you should give concentrations on your goal. Now, self confidence. Self confidence means having trust in one's own judgment and ability. It is reflected in one's belief that he is a valuable person and capable of accomplishing what he wishes to do. Self confident people have three main attributes: belief in one's own capability, ready to accept any challenge, and willingness to take risks. Factor influencing self confidence. Confidence is not genetically inherited. Many persons, many factors influences our beliefs about our capabilities. Three most prominent factors that contribute to build self confidence are social factors. Society plays a critical role in shaping and building our self confidence. Our society comprises our family, neighborhood, friends, relatives, school, and even strangers. Our initial interactions with society leave a lasting impact on our attitude and outlook towards ourselves. Evolutions from parent, teachers, schoolmates, and friends can affect the way how we perceive ourselves, which then progressively build up our self confidence. Cultural factors. Cultural refers to the characteristics of a particular society, community, or either group reflected in its practices and beliefs. Cultural influences a child's development and behavior. Children growing up in different culture receive specific inputs from their environment. For that reason, there is a vast range of cultural differences in children's belief and behavior. Cultural competence comprises as understanding of all aspects of a culture, that is social, educational, and organizational, in which we live and participate. Physical factor. Physical factors like uh, healthy physique, healthy mind, good appearance, etc., play an important role in developing self-confidence in a person. Moreover, in every culture, good looks are always appreciated and admired, which affect a person's self-confidence. Various attitudes of people means the above mentioned factors determine how confidence of a person feels. Okay, various attitudes of a person reflected in their behavior, body language, and way of speaking define their level of confidence. Attitude of people with low confidence like fear, value others opinion, overcritical, poor time management, and unpreparedness, lack of initiative, reluctant to deal with others, negative outlook. These are the attitude of people with low confidence. Okay. Now, attitude of self-confidence, view to the world means they have a positive outlook towards themselves and situations surrounding them. Realistic view of self, confident people are able to recognize their strength and accept their weakness at the same time. Trust own idea and believe. Deal with mistakes. Confident people accept their mistake and rather than covering or justifying it. Focus on growth. In spite of recognizing their weakness, they choose to focus on the opportunities to grow rather than concentrate on their shortcomings. Building self confidence. Self confidence can be learned, practices, and mastered just like any other skill. Once you master it, everything is your life will change for the better. These are the words spoken by Barry Dwenport. Okay, building self confidence is a process that takes efforts and commitment. It requires you to cultivate two positive attitudes about yourself, to set goals and task risks. Okay, now following technique will not only assist you in building your self confidence but also in sustaining it in the long run. SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. This analysis is a useful technique for understanding your strength and weaknesses. It also helps you in identifying both the opportunities open to you and the threats or challenges you will possibly face. Okay. Then set a well defined goal. Use the SMART strategy to outline a suitable goal for yourself. Organize yourself. Apply the organization skills that you learned in the previous chapter, such as break the goal into the smaller tasks, define the time limit for each task, prioritize your task. When you meet any obstacle, remind yourself that this is bound to happen and you need to find ways to address it or move on despite it. Be assertive. Have faith in your belief and abilities. Gaining experience requires you to take the first step no matter how hard it may seem. Surrounded yourself with positive people. Okay, care for yourself and others. Be prepared, that is most important. Access the requirements of a task and work hard to prepare yourself for it. Your confidence will naturally rise, okay, if you are good at the job. In summations, the key to growing self-confidence is to recognize your strength and success and learn from your weaknesses and mistakes. Thank you, students. We have completed this.